as I assured the court before, there's of no consequence at all. Oh, please! We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her eyes. Very eyes. Who would blame for concealing a glass or two in her state of disarray? That makes no sense. That's absurd. Oh, really? So do we take it that you are now going to accuse in this vulnerable, young and beautiful woman of mischief? What? No. This can't be put down to mischief. I'd like to know. Exactly how did the lady took the glass from the scene? I put it in my underwear. Duh. No, I'm just kidding. It would seem that she slipped it to a small handbag she was carrying. A handbag, you say? Yes, Your Excellency. A small handheld pouch commonly carried to well-to-do women in England. So the beautiful lady was very graciously explained why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. Why did she have to hide that though? What the fuck? What happened to me with talking right there? Holy shit. Well, okay, so let's think this. Why would she take it? There's no need for her to take it if she was scared. Like, what's gonna do? Plus, if we confirmed she has a handbag, couldn't there be a possible reason that she had a gun in that handbag too? Since she did, the inspector didn't ask, can I check your bag? Like, let me check your bag or something like that. Come on. This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end, it comes to nothing. No more prejudice accusations. You have wasted enough time already. Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation to why she removed this glass. No, she did not! I think henceforth, we can consider the matter to have no bearing on this case. It has bearing in the case. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement? Well, I don't know really. If you want to pursue the matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance, it's not the glass. What about the handbag? Wait, the lady put the glass in her handbag, you say? Yes, do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items. Here in Japan, all the ladies don't have anything. They have to put it either walk out or stay at home. They can't take anything with them. They don't have pockets. Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag. Ooh, come on. In which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right. I'm so stupid. How am I such an idiot than this guy? The hell? Well done, partner. I had a feeling that you pick up on that too. You couldn't help me out. Bruh. What are you insinuating? You vile blackguard! It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard from the defendant when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire the gun, he can deduce that there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. You can't seriously be suggesting. Inspector Hazunaga. Yes? Did you or did you not search Miss Jezebel Bright's handbag on the day of murder? No, sir, I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun. The one that was actually used to kill the professor. Could have been hidden in Mrs. Brett's handbag. No! Not my princess! She couldn't! No, I'm just kidding. Order. We got him, boys. We got him. What is the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what, Sparasuke Aoshi? Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag to show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure the uncomfortable accusations. Oh my god, my voice. Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Kazuma? Holy shit, he's dying! He's like me! Twin, where have you been? I'm just sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding. Well, what is sorry in situation? Earlier you have no faith in the police. You just said no! As I said, I did not search a lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary. Unnecessary in what way? I have to thank the student lawyer, really. He was there. No, I'm just kidding. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about. This photographic print. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, what the hell is that tattoo on that guy? What the hell? This print is a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Well, I never. You can see right through what's inside. What kind of bag is that, by the way? I don't want a bag that's like, if I were a woman. Actually, no. Fuck that. If I ever want to get a purse, I wouldn't get a purse that shows what's inside my bag. Like, what the hell? I don't want people to know, ooh, this guy has money, or this person has money. Like, no, what the fuck? And I guess for women, you don't want people to see, oh look, she has a tampon, she has mascara, makeup, trash, and I don't want, like, no, what? No one would want a bag like that. Well, that's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are at the height of the fashion in London at the moment. So contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruto-san. This is bullshit. They're like, what? What kind of bullshit is this? Order. Inspector Hazunaga, you will submit the print as evidence at once. Certainly, Your Excellency. The photographic print of the handbag has been entered into the court record. I think you've had long enough cross-examined the witness counsel. The court has now been shown considerable evidence. As a photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance. I don't know about that. I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Indeed! And there is only one logical conclusion. That the pathetic rookie slumped over there at the bench. Why did I say over there? Over at the bench before us and the only possible perpetrator of this crime. Oh my god, I need to remember this. I need to remember the screenshot. I finally know how to screenshot a freaking still so I can just like have it as my thumbnail. I love how I figured it out now. But no. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around, I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start. Oh wow, even Kazuma was like, shit. Kazuma? I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. What? He gave up too. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. What? You mean this is it? Oh, game over. GG, I guess. I must say, you put quite of a fight for a rookie student, but the weak are meat, while the strong eat. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I hate that guy saying though, but you are wasting your time. There is no way to defeat true justice. Where is the music, by the way? Huh. It's weird. I don't know if it's a glitch or this is how it's set up. A fact you can chew on your heart's content from the inside of your cell. This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? And Kazuma. His dream of going to study to Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma. What? Oh shit. What? Is there really no chance now of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about the last photograph the detective produced that we can contest. Which means there's no basis on which we can argue on the trial to continue. Interesting. Are you sure about that? Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling. It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all. That smug little... Ryunosuke Naruto, having considered all of the evidence... Yes! Please. Oh my god! Ooh, he did it again! Wait! Your Excellency! There's the music. Shouldn't this be happening when he's getting... What? Shouldn't this happen playing the whole time? This sounds so suspenseful, holy shit. Ryunosuke, I don't think you can rule out the case just yet. Objection! The amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he is giving his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom. Yes. Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic print that was just submitted appears to have no further significance, there's no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now, that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail I mean, then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question. Objection! It is a blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There could be no problem with this evidence. You better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke. He clearly does not. What makes you think that we know what we're doing in this trial? Bruh. I understand your objection, Consul. Certainly,
The new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the correct scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag.
My thoughts exactly! Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes. Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. I don't know, I kind of feel like it is because I'm still kind of sick, but I'm getting better, I guess. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on it. Well, let me see it in the freaking in the court then. Do we have it? Oh, we do. Okay.
Very well. I will grant the defense one final opportunity.
What?
But be warned that if I'm unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect.
Holy shit! Look at him. He's like, hey, if you keep talking, if you find something that doesn't make sense, I'll kick your ass. Look at that. He's gonna knock us out so we can just like we don't interrupt him anymore.
Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Excellency.
So, take another look at the photographic print Inspector Ozunaga submitted before. You will identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded.
Well, I wouldn't say this thing, but oh wow, it goes up. I didn't know. Oh, cool. I didn't know it did that. Let's see. I think it's just this thing right here.
Yes.
Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist.
That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description.
Ooh, I think we're onto something. She seems scared.
Attention!
Dear me, I was pondering what a new pitfall you would come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist. Clearly, that was nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag. Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right. Ooh, even the inspector knows.
Go on, Inspector.
The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing a post-mortem examination. It was then unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report. What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea if the victim suffered this burn, do we? But no possible way of knowing either.
The more I look at it, the more I find it intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Auchi points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn.
Damn, we almost had it. She's like, I know how it got burned, but can I leave now, by the way? Can I just go? I've done my job. Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem that Miss Breck has a lunch appointment with the dean of the other university staff. Then why did you bow for her? What the fuck? She would like to know if she may be excused for the stand now. Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway. What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe that this burn does have something to do with the case? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. We're just bluffing right now, I guess. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging in the hope that I might uncover something useful. Oh, I gotta check. Holy shit. Oh, never mind. I thought I was recording, but no, thank God I'm not recording. I'm recording. I mean, thank God I'm not streaming. I need to make sure that I'm not streaming the whole time because I'm so used to hitting the stream button instead of the recording by accident. And every time I look at it, I'm like, am I streaming? Holy shit. Plus I got a notification on my, I got a message from my phone and I thought I was like, wait, is someone watching this? Holy shit. So yeah. Yes, you're right. Sorry about that. I am? If we can just link that burn to the case. If we can do that, we might be able to prise this shutting door back open again. Just give up, console. You can't possibly hope to do that.
Indeed. I'm afraid that without evidence, I cannot allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture.
But we had evidence. Evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then you would allow it.
I would, yes.
To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face.
Really?
I had to find some link between the burn and the case. Where can I find the nearest Legend of Zelda game? I'm just kidding. This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means. Okay, so I might as well say, in times like these, if we press X, we continue on with the next dialogue. But when the character will always say stuff like this, might as well take a break and see what you can do right here. Honestly, from cross elimination, we can't use this thing anymore because there's nothing here that will show what was the cause of the burn mark. Obviously, the purse didn't burn him, but and obviously the medical report card won't do anything. Same with this one and the post-mortem, since we kind of already know information of how he died specifically. So let's look at these two pictures that way now. Can't really see anything too much about it, but I already spoiled it a bit. If we go on this one, notice how this kind of similar. This is really similar to his burn mark.
So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court.
By the way, like I said, I already played the game before, so I already know what to do. So, but yeah, it's this, and it's the first trial. I think everyone who will play this will probably know what to present right here. But
what's this, Consul? Yet another print.
Yes, Your Excellency. I believe the photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at the scene, we miss things. I'm surprised you say that, but you completely miss out, like, how Miss Brett looked like, by the way. Ryunosuke, don't even! You don't need a camera to remember how she looked like. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore. Do hurry up, rookie! What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable. It should be a crime, honestly. Throw him into jail either way. For disrespecting this lady. Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer. If you don't mind, Miss Brett. And she's like, I do mind. I do mind. I want to go home now. She's like me, for real. Whenever I'm at school. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here for more. What? How? Objection! You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy! If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn. Well, this thing right here.
Oh, sir, it's right here.
The beefsteak! Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on.
The plate? Oh.
Your Excellency, are you alright?
He's like, I had an idea. Let's lit. No, I'm just kidding.
As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival. I hate myself for making myself laugh at that stupid joke. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought that was funny. I don't know why I say that. Oh! He's like, I see you now too! The emblem on the plate. And the victim's burned. Ooh! I like how he's taking charge. Are exactly the same shape. Ah! Ryunosuke, you genius! You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant.
Objection!
But even if that's the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before or the day before that. It most likely happened some other unrelated time. Well,
Objection!
Oh, okay, thank God. Sadly, Prosecutor Ouchi, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks. Why? The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Discernible? Oh, never mind. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly. But... I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not particularly large burned, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. Wow! Shoo! And he didn't get hurt from that? Holy shit! It felt like, it kind of looks like he got branded, by the way. It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain, huh? I've been investigating the restaurant for several weeks already, and I've never heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of the La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation. I like how he got head. He's the inspector, right? He's an undercover cop and everything, but once he got to his job, he became one of the he's like the manager, the head waiter. So I find that funny how he worked so long to do his investigation that he ended up becoming head waiter of the place. But you're a detective, not a waiter. I like that. He's like, what?
Yes!
Well, you changed your occupation already? There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burned themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that. And yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream. Not on the day or any before it. That's right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day,
That would be uncareless, I think, Counselor.
Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antiques dealer, all of us would, without any question, have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Professor Ouchie? Prosecutor Ouchie, not Professor. Well, I'm not Professor, but I'm Prosecutor. Yes, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? Ooh, I almost don't believe it. Ryunosuke, do you think? Can it really be true? I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but we're finally doing it. We're becoming a lawyer. I'm starting to think that maybe we've been led into a terrible trap. Ooh. So hold on. What do you mean by that, Ryunosuke? Do you think that if we continue on this road, we'll figure out what happened? We'll not figure out what happened, but more like we're gonna incriminate ourselves even more? Huh. There's only one explanation that I can think of to make sense of the apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson hadn't noticed the burn, was already deceased. Huh. I don't want to think that he was asleep. He hadn't noticed the burn. No, okay, if he was dead. Ooh, that wouldn't make sense because if he was dead and they found him in this position, how did he have the mark? Someone must have been like, I find it funny. But like I said that I played the game. I know what I'm doing at times. I don't know what I'm doing right here. I forget. These are the things I forget. I don't know what I'm doing. Was asleep. I doubt he was asleep because he said hi to us. For that short amount of time, he was asleep. That makes no sense. Hadn't noticed the burn. Again, I think that's a bullshit claim to say because mostly because again, he wasn't ordering the steak. He wasn't eating the steak, and if anything, they're gonna probably be like, "Oh my god, he would feel it though." No, so it could be he was already deceased. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible, apart from in one particular situation.
Counsel, are you suggesting?
Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead. Already?
Dead?
Ooh, we got you, bitch, didn't we? Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. Ooh. I love it how he's, it feels so right now. It feels just so right. He's no longer just hitting the desk and makes us like a slap noise, but now he's actually hitting the desk. Let's go. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table at that day, the professor was already dead. That's madness! Ooh, this music, holy shit.
Order, please. Counsel, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot.
That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the facts.
Objection!
No, Prosecutor Ouchie. It's you who has no grasp of the facts. I beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Whatever. Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, It's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it.
Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement.
But, Your Excellency! She's hot! You can't do that! She's proper!
The justice system is our country made. The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment.
Ooh, I like this judge. Holy shit. Thank you, Your Excellency. I don't like that smile. What was that smile? Yes, of course. I mean,
I'd be delighted to help. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. I like how he's like, where he's like, I like even the freaking inspector is like, she can speak English? I'm just kidding, but no, Japanese, but still. He's like, what? Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours. Ah! Everyone's like, she knows Japanese? Miss Brett, you speak Japanese! Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country after all.
But then, why have you been speaking through the interpreter until now?
She's like low-key telling her the truth, but to him, he's actually not. I can just imagine she's actually, the inspector doesn't know English at all, but he has to look professional to make it seem like he does know English. So whenever she talks to him, she's actually saying the truth of what's happening, and he's like saying like, I think this is what happened. Yeah. My mother tongue, it's the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible. He's like, oh my god. Vulgar? What do you mean vulgar? We don't say the F word a lot. Not in these videos. Oh wait. Have I said it before? No, I think we're good. But it seems that yes, we have, Ricky. Don't even lie to yourself. Okay. But it seems that men in this land poses none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. I don't know about that. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself communicating with you all on your own level. Actually, now that I think about it, I think back then Japanese men were kind of respectful, weren't they? Or I might be wrong, I don't know. Someone from Japan, correct me. Well, you're the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. And the next comment I see is like, no, they weren't. And it's from from a freaking another person who's not Japanese, imagine. We are truly honored by this lavish consideration you so graciously afford us.
I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson.
Oh boy, here we go again. This time, only with her! So, we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke. I can't wait for this now, then.